pretty game breaking if you can get it on your big guy and start moving the favorite. But if a calling in favors goes down for that,
oh god, that's massive.
So we've got 2 Cloud the Mines in the Dragon deck as well, which are going to be pretty important.
Now bear in mind, both players have seen each other's deck lists. They know what to expect from each other.
Yeah.
So this is not like yesterday where, you know, it could be a surprise what your opponent was splashing. If you'd only seen their in-clan cards thus far, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't have the information, but now you have the information. You know what your opponent is packing. He knows that the calling in favors are going to be in there.
Yeah.
So he's got to be a bit more circumspect and play around it. Like we saw with the Unicorn player with the Talisman last time. There's going to have to be a lot of feinting and bluffing in how he puts his attachments out.
Try weave it out. Yeah, so I mean, if he draws Kazway or one of his big attachments early game, he's going to be leaving it as long as possible. I think chances are it's going to be the reprieves. Customary handshake. Alright. Doom Shigenja, good start.
Always nice to see Doom Shigenja on your first flip. Lion's Pride Brawler coming out for Dave though, and an Honored General.
Oh, okay. So this is a strong start for the Lion player, I think. So you look at Doom Shigenja and Togashi Mendicant isn't a great start. Any start that doesn't involve the Knitting Master isn't a strong start for Dragon.
But 2 Doom Shigenja is never a bad thing.
Only one. It has this weird limited keyword, which means you can only play 1 limited card a turn. The only card that is limited currently is the Doom Shigenja. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, otherwise we'd be going for that triple drop. So yeah, he's going to have to go for Mendicant. Now, interestingly, he's just spent 2 fate. Oh, and there's an extra fate on that. So he spent a total of 3 fate. And he's showing the card. It's one of those new cards. It does something weird at the start of the replay phase. You get to look at the top 3 cards. But rarely relevant, but new card.
The bid phase will be interesting here, and also Dave is not going to want to hit certain provinces. There's Restoration of Balance, and there's going to be Feast or Famine. He definitely does not want to hit either of those.
If Feast or Famine happens, so yeah, typically what's going to happen here is the Lion player is going to bid low, the Dragon player is going to bid high. So you're going to get a bit of an honor shift, and that's pretty normal. The Lion player then is probably at his best to fend 2 provinces and see what. Yeah, so hopefully he doesn't hit the Feast of Famine. Feast of Famine is going to be game wrecking. But if he can drop a couple of cards, go to 4 cards before he starts attacking, then he has the option of not being bothered by Restoration. So really, it's the Feast is the only big one. Yeah, obviously Shameful Slay, it's more of an annoyance than anything else.
So I'm not sure what the bids were. A 5 from the Dragon player is what I can see. And I think a 4 from Dave.
Slip up to the HQ, and you can collect your Cloud of Mine with your slip. So the winners.
4, okay, so he's going for a bunch of cards. This is interesting.
Your Cloud of Mine as you bring your match slip up. Thank you.
Now for the Dragon player, they've got the favourable ground in play. So if they swing over for an attack with the Doom Shigenja and they hit their Feast or Famine, they have the option to pull back out
to back out.
Yeah. So they don't need to break that province. Just have a quick look to see what the other provinces.
Interesting that Dave chose to draw 4 here, because if he does hit that Restoration, now it's really going to have an impact.
Yeah. Unless he can play those cards early. If he can play those cards early.
Maybe he can pre-conflict a couple. Maybe there's a few attachments in there.
So for the line deck, it's Pilgrimage, Before the Throne, Feast or Famine, Art of War, and Public Forum. So you're probably looking at Public Forum, Art of War, Feast or Famine, and Before the Throne. Pilgrimage is strong. Are any of those really a bother for Dragon? Public Forum is going to be more of an annoyance than anything else. No, I think right now it's a good position for Dragon to attack.
The scary prospect is for Dave, I think. In terms of Dragon have the scariest setup of provinces that you can possibly hit. Now this is actually very interesting. Going for the Void Ring here, if he claims the Void Ring, that means that Feast or Famine is no longer active. So that's potentially not the right ring.
For the Throne. Is it For the Throne? No.
I think it's Art of War. Is it? No, is he running Art of War? No, that's Public Forum, I think.
No, it looks like a 3. Bit of glare, unfortunately, means we can't properly make it
Or
out.
maybe it's Feast or Famine.
Or Public Forum.
Can't really see it.
Art of War.
It's Art of War. Okay, so Assassination comes down. Dave is going to lose 3.
Excellent.
Slightly mitigated by the fact that he bid 4 instead of 5. So I think that maybe was factored into what he was.
Maybe.
So
Tattooed Wanderer
coming down just as conflict character into the fight.
Added an extra 1, so it's a 2 2 military strength character. So right now it's not taken, but oh, look at that! We've got a top right. We can see there's a Pathfinder's blade. That'll give us the extra one and allow us to trigger the extra, which is fantastic. We're going to be able to,
Unless Dave calling in favors.
to stop the arc.
So it's just going to be a flat resolution. No break on the province. Void Ring was claimed by Ben. Choosing not to spend the fate to get the Pathfinder's blade, not to invest any heavier into that one. Just a bit of a cheap little block there, or a cheap little chip away at Dave just to get fate off the Lion's Pride Brawler.
What did I miss there? So he resolved the ring successfully.
Just resolved the ring, nothing else. That was it.
Interesting. I'm surprised by that. I would have thought he would have gone in for a break.
You see, I
he's
feel
at
like
this level, he's doing better than I am, so he knows what he's doing.
no, absolutely. Like I don't think he needs to invest much more into this turn. This is sort of a feeling out sort of a turn, I think, for Ben. He doesn't have an overwhelmingly good board.
On water.
This is going to be a strong.
Oh, look at the reaction.
Is it Feast or Famine?
No, it's Restoration of Balance.
Restoration of Balance.
He has to discard down to 4.
Hurts, really hurts. I think he's going to discard. He's got two Ornate Fans in hand. One of those is probably going to go. Bonsai goes. He's got Way of the Lion. He's got another Bonsai in hand.
All of the cards. They're so good.
Now this is exactly what he didn't want to hit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
right now,
still.
the Feature Found would have been fine.
I think Dave probably ends up with more value from this one. Can we get the stream up? Yeah, I think he probably still ends up getting more value out of this attack. Yeah, so Way of the Lion's going to go. Ornate Fan is going to go. He's got 2 Ornate Fans in hand, so he's pretty okay with letting one of them go. Maybe the other one gets let go as well. And we see the Pathfinder's Blade come down. So there's going to be a defense. There's going to be a Pathfinder's Blade coming down. Dave going to pump. And the pump coming back from Ben as well. So this is preventing the Lion's Pride Brawler from proccing its ability. And he's got a Court Games, his Lion's Pride Brawler, to give him the 1 extra that he needs in order to get the bow action off.
Because it's equal. He just needs equal.
He just needs
really
equal.
painful.
So now Ben has to. He's really got to think here. How much does he want to invest in this defense? Because pumping on military is not winning the fight.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Yeah.
Policy debate coming in.
Rock battle. Let's do this.
This is going to be harsh. This is really harsh. Hitting that Restoration of Balance was literally the worst thing that could have happened.
You're playing your Court Games, and then you're getting hit by.
So it's currently 3. It's 3 plays 4. So potential here for Dave to win this. Bidding is going to be really important here. It's 3 versus 4, so the province,
you're right.
the stronghold bump will bump the Doomshigench up to 4. So 5 from. Is that a 5 from Dave? No, it's going to be a victory anyway.
Looks like there was no honor transfer, so yeah, it looks like they both went all out for it. Okay, so there was a Forged Edict, which is interesting.
It's going to be the bonsai. Yeah.
So he could have used a Forged Edict. If he used a Forged Edict, he would have lost the honor and he would have kept the bonsai. That would have been an option.
And now Miramoto's Fury coming in. That's going to bow.
Yeah. And yeah, in between that, we saw the Lion's Pride Brawler use the bow action. Okay, so provinces, none broken. Bowed characters. So Dragon walk out of this after investing minimal fate, I think. He's still got 3 fate left over. Lions still have 2. The honor shift, I don't know, they didn't really shift much. I mean, I think they're both on similar honor. I think Dragon will come out of this slightly ahead. Now, they are going to lose that Pathfinder's Blade without being able to trigger it. So we'll have to see what happens. All right, Skirmisher. Okay. got to convert, so we'll be able to get past that Death Seeker and go in for an attack. One of the options that he has here is he can attack. If he can get the force on that...
yeah, he's going to start putting pressure on the hand now.
So he can favorable ground in the Doom Shigenja, but then he can use the Pathfinder's Blade if he's able to break the problem. So he just needs another +2. He's after...
He's got two more Pathfinder's Blades in hand.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. But he's just going to resolve the Earth
He'll
Ring.
keep those to later. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So he's just going for kind of value plays here. Losing a little bit more honor. Triggered Earth, so that'll be 2, which will get him the favor. Interestingly, Dragon... If Dragon can get the favor turn 1, turn 2, they'll probably aggressively ditch to try and get Gasha Sumiko. And if they get Sumiko in the favor, they tend not to lose a favor after that because you're just not bowing. Alright, so Death Seeker going in for conflict.
And I think Dave is just going to be looking to claim the ring here. He's probably going to go, potentially go water military again. Potentially go water military because I think that's probably, and he's going to go for air. Okay. Maybe looking to stabilize his honor because he knows he's going to have to bid high next turn.
Yes.
He's going to have to bid 5, and if Ben then bids 1, that could put him in a really tough position. So he's probably going to go for this, try and get the 2, get himself back to 10 honor so he stays above.
When you're ready, you can take over.
Oh, sure. Andy, I gave you one very fucking specific instruction. I don't give a shit. One specific instruction.
Alright, here's the favorable ground.
Favorable ground is going to move to Doom
Bring him in.
Shigenja.
Yep.
And that's
So that's a defensive option here. So he's only doing it to make sure he doesn't lose point of honor. With the favorable ground, you don't really care. You're going to be discarding it at the end of turn, so that's not a problem. He's got the reprieve to keep it around for next turn. They're counting a favor. Right down to it.
So Dave gained 2 there, as expected, as predicted. He's going to gain the 2, stabilize himself honor-wise, so he can bid high next turn.
Yeah.
Clever play, the right play, I think.
So favor on the Dragon side. So when his board clears, Dragon are going to keep everything because of that reprieve.
Yeah, indeed.
And the Lion board clears completely.
Solid turn from Ben there.
Yeah. This puts
Okay,
Ben in
the
a pretty
only
firm position.
the only advantage Dave has going into the next round is that he's got more fate. He's got 2 extra fate in there.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's got a reasonable, with the Honor General, he's got 1 decent personality. He's got the, what is it, Akuma Scholar? Is that I can't remember the name of the card.
Yeah, it's the one that honors up.
Yeah, she honors up if you're higher honor. He currently is higher honor, I think, as well. Or is it 10 place? No, it's 10 place 10, so they're even on honor.
All right, I'm going to bow out and leave it to the man who has finally woken up.
I woke up hours ago. I'm here. I'm only 15 minutes late. It's so bad.
So guys, just joining the stream now instead of Baz, he's tagging out,
Thanks, Baz.
tagging in my old partner, my partner in crime here, Jack Murray. Jack, welcome to the stream.
So we've got Dave Russell.
Dave
on the
Russell
left
versus Ben Fox.
versus Ben Fox, also known as Abdul Arazad, also known as Sergei Chupatsky. He's a man with many names, many aliases.
The only one I know of is Ben Fox. I just call it like I see it, man.
Yeah.
I call him a prodigy. Thank you.
So fill me in. What's going on?
So basically, we had a very sort of touchy first turn. It was a lot of feeling out, a lot of just getting an idea of what's going on between the 2 decks. And Dave, unfortunately, very, very low on cards, whereas Ben quite significant card advantage with cards in hand. The board advantage, as you can see, definitely in Ben's favor. The only thing that Dave had going into this turn was he had quite an amount of fate. A good amount more than Ben.
He's got a Alliance Pride Brawler in the bin, in a Spirit Caller.
Pretty important.
Is that all he's got in the bin?
No, he's got a Death Seeker in the bin as well.
Oh, okay. Now that could be really significant against Dragon.
Yeah.
Also, we're seeing here Ben's board is not very well End of this turn, he's not going to have a board.
No, no. And he invested a reprieve in his Doom Shigenja to keep it around. So he's not going to have... He's one reprieve down, and you're going to see Dave bid... Is that 3 or 4 again?
That's 3, I think. So,
So 3 plays 4.
Good snipe bid by Dave.
So Dave really needs cards. He really needs cards here. So I think he's got the Imperial Palace up, so he's going to be able to contest the favor a little bit more hotly this turn. Last turn...
Did that Haruma Skirmisher enter play this turn or last turn?
It entered play this turn, I'm pretty sure.
That's not such a huge... the Kitsu Spirit Caller is a great answer to Covert.
Very much so.
If you desperately need the defense a lot, obviously with the Lions Pride Brawler and his bin, Dave is going to want to use that Spirit Caller probably on the offense. Who's the first player?
Dave is active player.
Dave is first player, so yeah, the Lions Pride Brawler becomes a very attractive option.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Lions Pride Brawler and Water to get rid of 2 potential threats. So he's going to move in as political, I guess. Political Water, claim the fate. And going after the Doom Shigenja into Restoration of Balance, which procced last turn, and that's where the hand pressure came from. Dave had bid heavily, bid 4. Unfortunately, first province he hits.
That's a tough break.
It is a tough break. It is a really tough break. And Ben, rightly so, trying to contested the Earth Ring, claimed the Earth Ring, put additional pressure on Dave's hand. Also played a policy debate. So Dave is really hurting in terms of cards.
But you know, we saw from Dave's game yesterday, you can never count the man out.
Absolutely not.
Resilient player.
Absolutely not.
Ben defending with his Agasha Swordsmith.
Interesting defense that and assassination. That's gonna hurt. It's putting him down to 6 and Forged Edict. He's gonna Forged Edict it.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
That's rough. That's really rough.
Hugely important.
And then as his action, he's going to re-honor his guy so that...
Okay, so the Art of War did break. Dave's down to a very small number of cards in hand. Iramoto's Fury is going to cancel his own attack.
And Dave's desperate. He's in dire straits for cards here. He really wants to have cards. And the thing is, if that Art of War does proc, that means...
It didn't. It got Seeker's Bladed.
I'm just...
Oh, sorry.
If it does, in the world where that does get to give him 3 more cards, that means he has the opportunity to bid low and put extra pressure on the game in terms of honor for Ben.
Now,
but
he could still bid low.
He could.
And that could still be an avenue for him to take a win.
It's going to be...
Depending on how aggressive. And yeah, Ben now is going to come in. Earth. Predictable choice there, but hard to argue with it.
So again here,
That's
I'm not...
Before the Throne. Which is significant.
Actually, Before the Throne would be
Hugely
massive.
significant. But again, there's a 3rd Seeker's Blade, right? Yeah, there it is.
There it is. So that's all 3 of them, but they're all gone at the end of the turn. And there's no more of those.
They've all done... Well, no, the one that got stolen, I guess, didn't do its job, but that sucks for Dave now.
Very much so.
Before the Throne would have been hugely impactful. Would have made the Dishonor win a real dangerous threat.
And Earth coming down as well. That's so hard.
Even Dave with 1 card.
So harsh.
So with the Before the Throne gone, and there's
Reprieve
a
coming
down.
down.
Again. Dave's still sitting on 3 fate for next turn. But with the Before the Throne gone now, his Dishonor threat is significantly reduced. And it may be worthwhile thinking about going for a big bid instead, because as we were saying yesterday, a player who's got 1 card in hand who draws 5 is gaining so much more than a player who's got 5 cards in hand who draws 5.
Absolutely, yeah. He needs the options.
5 to 5 with Ben this turn. he needs the options, exactly.
So pitches the Imperial Throne, actually, which is very interesting. No reason not to, because he's not going to get the favor back because of the 3 claimed rings. So he's not going to steal the favor, so there's no reason for him to keep it, and he needs the other options.
Yeah, he's digging for powerful answers here. Things to spend his 9 and 10 fate on.
So what's he looking for here? Is his out Tuturi?
Spirit Callers, Lions Pride Brawlers, you know, those things, those good line cards.
Tuturi putting pressure in the air ring, I'm thinking.
Tuturi could be useful too. Tuturi, again, the before the throne getting hit with the Seeker's Blade is such a kicking. They've got 36 minutes left, so even though there's no provinces broken for Dave,
Lions Pride Brawler, Dave's happy with that, I'd say. Because he really needs the good actions on the board.
Death Seeker,
Honor General,
and a Coma Prodigy. So that's a great flip for Dave. Tons of options there. Over on Ben's side, we've got a Ni-10 Master, a Raitsugu, a Doom Shugenja, and a Kitsuki Investigator. Lots of good options for him too.
Now, Ben did invest an awful lot in the last turn.
He did, and those 3 Seeker's Blades being gone just in time that the Ni-10 Master isn't going to benefit from any of them.
Yeah.
Hugely important.
Absolutely.
The Seeker's Blade, because it's not restricted like the Ancestral Daisho or the Fine Katana, its synergy with the Ni-10 Master still being a weapon is very, very strong.
Now this is very interesting. A lot of attachments gone out of Ben's hand. Ben kind of still needs to draw cards here. He kind of really, really, really wants to draw cards. What do you think Dave is going to do in terms of his bid?
Is he down to what, 3-4 cards in hand?
I think he's on 5 or 6.
Okay, well with 5 or 6 I think he's got 5 cards. I don't think he needs to bid high. I wouldn't bid high if I was him. I wouldn't bid 1, I'd probably bid 2 or 3. 2, I think I'd bid 2 in Ben's position here. Because even then, if Dave bids 1, you're going down to 5. That's in the danger zone, but like it's not too bad.
And a Ritsugu.
And if Dave goes for a big bid instead, you're not falling too far behind on cards.
Yeah, that's very true.
2 would be my choice.
Okay, Kitsuki Investigator. That's
makes sense. Going to continue to pressure Dave's hand.
Really, really not.
Has no fate left now. He spent everything.
So, and this is the thing. He has no attachments. He's very, very few attachments, if any,
to power that Ni-10 Master.
To power the Ni-10 Master.
In that case, we may be seeing a big bid from Ben here. That's a twister.
Probably going to pass first here. Probably going to take the fate from passing.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Yeah, there you go. There's the pass, taking the fate. And Dave is probably going to invest in the Death Seeker.
That Death Seeker. He wants her bad.
Definitely going to try and take the Death Seeker. Or the Honor General.
The Honor General instead.
Coming out with no fate. So this is
no fate as well.
Dave knows that one of the last 2 provinces. There's no Pathfinder's Blades anymore. One of the last 2 provinces is going to be Restoration or Feast or Famine.
Yeah.
So if Ben does hit the Feast or Famine, that's 2 fate off the Ni-10 Master.
Yeah. 50-50 chance.
That's it. How lucky is Dave going to be?
And so there's the bids. Again,
so that's 5.
They're not showing us their bids.
5-3, I think.
5-3. Yeah, because Ben's after gaining
2
points of honor.
And Dave with those 5 cards that he absolutely
worked
needed.
Out for Dave well in the end.
Well, he needed to draw it. That Kitsuki Investigator.
Dave's choice. The dishonor victory is off the table now.
It is off the table.
And the ability to threaten it is also off the table. You can't pressure Ben along that axis anymore.
No.
So he's going to be trying to close that differential in provinces taken. Tons of time left in the round.
Absolutely. And if this Feast or Famine does get hit,
game changer.
Absolute game changer.
That would leave Dave in a really strong position going into the next turn.
So I'm not sure.
That's the Agasha Swordsmith.
Ah, yeah, Agasha Swordsmith. Fishing for an attachment.
Finding an ornate fan.
Fueling that Ni-10 Master.
I know it doesn't. It's not a weapon.
It's not a weapon. Of course it's not. It's a fan. Tense times here. What's going through your head if you're in Ben's position?
If you're in Ben's position, so he... You know, I'm not going to speculate on that. Because I don't know that my feelings on the matter would be appropriate.
All right,
I don't think they're PG-13 safe, stream safe.
Put yourself
if
in
I
Dave's...
put myself in Dave's shoes, I am nervous, I'm worried, but I don't think he doesn't need to count himself out yet. And Dave isn't the kind of player who will. He'll fight to the bitter end, right? What am I looking to achieve? A covert on the Need 10 Master.
Covert Need 10 Master. No fate though again.
No fate, but a ton of cards in hand. But that's still the feast or famine remains so important here. And remember, the Need 10 Master doesn't need to be the one to get it.
No, true.
You know, anyone can go there. And
here we see it. Is it? Please, it is feast or famine. So this is going to be really interesting. Dave could not defend here.
Yeah, he probably. Well, he might chuck the Akoma Prodigy in the way.
Yeah.
But he wants this province to break.
He does want this province to break,
which is scary stuff because it puts him on the stronghold.
It does. He's
going to be.
He has to play super tight from here on in.
But it means that his board going into next turn will be so much better.
Yeah.
So much more powerful, and that's something he can potentially turn into use to turn the game. Having to keep his strong. Do we have deficits?
No, we don't have them on us.
So
taking a quick look at Dave's hand, he's got the For Greater Glory, I think. A charge, a bonsai, a conflict character.
Ben's hand, so
no, that's. He's just used Kitsuki Investigator.
Oh, sorry.
He's looking at Dave's hand. I think there's a calling in favor
charge,
there.
A bonsai, a Vengeful Oathkeeper, a For Greater Glory, a For Shame, and that's either a Forged Edict or a call. I think it's a Forged Edict, in fact.
Yeah. It is a Forged Edict, you're right. And he's going to go for he's looking at the bonsai. Bonsai or charge? Bonsai is the higher value card in this turn.
He doesn't have the fate to pay the charge right now.
No, it's true. It's true. But there is fate on rings. There's Ring of Earth and there's Ring of Air.
Oh, it's on Earth. Sorry, I couldn't see that with the light. I only saw air. So
there's the Cork games coming down to honor.
It's a kind reminder to everyone in the room that the tickets for the UK Games Expo Grand Kotei Crossover go on sale today at midday. So if anyone was interested, they do go on sale starting midday today. Thank you.
Feel free to talk about that.
So that was Alex Watkins telling the whole crowd here of 200 or so players that the UK Games Expo, the tickets are opening today at noon. So noon CET, alright, CET, not Central European time, noon GMT.
Feast or Famine's triggering, activating the Honor General.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
This gives Dave a path to victory.
It gives him a path.
It's a narrow path,
but it's a path.
It's a path.
It's an out. So the Lions Pride Brawler is going to get dishonored.
No, there's a Ring of Fire claim.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I'm going to power her down as much as you can. That means now she's not able to target the Doom Shigenja without help from the strongholds.
But that's okay, because if Dave goes in and tries to contest water, this could flip anyway.
And it's going to Dave's initiative next turn, isn't that right?
It is going to Dave's initiative, which will definitely.
So here's the struggle.
He needs to get two.
No province is broken. Dave needs to take at least one this turn.
I actually think he needs to take two.
Really, he wants to take two. If he doesn't take at least one, that narrow path is gone.
Yeah.
If he takes at least one, things are possible. If he takes two, then we've got a real game.
Yep. So interesting play here. Fine Katana going down on the Doom Shigenja.
It's really going to matter as well what Dave's stronghold province is. Did we see it yesterday?
I think it could be Shameful Display. I'm not sure.
Shameful Display isn't what he needs here.
I'm not 100% sure.
Especially against Dragon, it's not the most.
So this is
the Water Ring. Pilgrimage. Okay. So with Pilgrimage under the Strongholds, which it is, he's going to have 7 province strength, and it's going to be a really sorry, we're just
reading back through the comments here. Seems like we're having some streaming issues. There's nothing apparent from our end. I might have to We have an interesting setup here. We might have to go and investigate it. We'll probably do that after this game, so guys might just have to
Radio commentary.
grin and bear it.